Hi everybody, hope all is well. My name is Vanna and welcome back to my channel. In today's topic, I'm really excited to share with you all. Last weekend, I was interviewed by Glorious Life on Wheels on YouTube. She asked me what the next chapter of my life is going to be. And as a solo female RVer, I think it's something that we get asked a lot is what's the next step? Do you see yourself being solo your whole life? Originally, I thought, yeah, and probably at some point I would just buy land somewhere, build a tiny house, and just that would be the place I would end up. But the universe had something different for me. I ended up meeting someone, and so today I wanted to talk about what it's like dating and being in a relationship where one person is traveling, the other one might not be, and how we make it work. Before we get started, if you like what I'm sharing, please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel. Not only that, if you are in a long distance relationship or have any exciting ideas or tips, I would love to hear from you all. When I entered into the RV world, which was about 3 years ago, I went into it solo and single, and I actually really enjoyed it. It gave me a chance to discover myself and see what I'm capable of by myself, and I feel like I've accomplished a lot of the things I wanted to in this lifestyle. If I would have met my life partner maybe my first year into RVing, I don't think I would have been ready to enter into a serious relationship or be ready for a life partner. Into the 3rd year of my nomadic life, I was stationary in one place for a pretty long time. I actually had the opportunity to start dating. So I knew going into that eventually I was ready to look for my life partner. This is something that I thought long and hard about before entering the dating world, is like, what am I looking for? What do I want? Where am I? Am I healing? Am I ready to take on a relationship? And around that time, I felt like I was. I will talk about this briefly. Before I met my current partner, I tried online dating. Dating as a nomad, if any of you have dabbled into it, is not easy. There are a lot of stereotypes that come into it, which I think as a nomad can be a bit challenging. You have to disclose that you live in a vehicle, you live in an RV, and not everybody has a taste for that, and that's totally fine. You can't force someone to like you as a nomad, or they don't want to deal with someone that's nomadic. That's totally fine. But I had a lot of people that were way more interested in my RV than actually getting to know me. And I felt like what I need to do is refer them to my YouTube channel or my blogs instead of talking to me. I got a lot of people that just didn't quite get it, or I get the same questions all the time asking me, so where's your favorite place to travel? And after answering that 20 or 30 times, you're just like, a lot of the people that I met online dating, I ended up not meeting, just having like brief conversations about what I do and then leaving it like that. I just found it, and I think a lot of people can relate to that when it comes to online dating. I just find it to be very draining. Just felt like I was being interviewed. After a while, I actually kind of gave up on online dating because I just didn't find what I was looking for, and I just decided I'm just going to focus on my RV. When the chapter happens, it'll happen. Once I wasn't actively looking, and that's usually when it happens, is when the right person comes. And it just so happened to be someone that I've known for a very long time, that's in my circle of friends that I grew up with in my early 20s in my hometown, and I met him and I knew him already, and we started off as friends. And I think that was what was really beneficial, is we really got to know each other. Getting to know them as a friend is so vital because we treat our friends sometimes better than we treat our significant other. So starting off with the foundation of being friends first, you build that foundation of like, I not only love this person, but I genuinely care about them as a friend, and I don't want to lose them as a friend. It just adds just another layer to it. So I'm really glad like the first couple months of us getting to know each other was on a friend basis before it became romantic. If you are someone that is actually interested in dating someone that is in the RV lifestyle, that's in the nomadic lifestyle, we live normal lives as well. We do pretty much the same things that we do in regular life. We're just on wheels. Some stereotypes would come up, and one thing about my partner is he never made me feel disrespected or assume things about me that were not necessarily true. And I think that made me feel really comfortable expressing to him some of the things that I have to do as a nomad. It's not easy talking to people about having a composting toilet. That's just an example. I can't talk about that in my regular life with my family and friends. No offense, family and friends. It's just you don't want to hear about it. It's important for me to find interest in what he's doing as well, because he's not traveling like I am. And this is his words, not mine. Sometimes he feels like his lifestyle isn't as exciting as mine, but I find what he does exciting. I find the work that he does exciting. So every day I make it a point to hear what he's doing and hear the hobbies he's getting into or what excites him. So I'm currently in a situation where my partner is not nomadic, but I am. Before we started dating, I was nervous about that. I've made plans for the winter. I'm a snowbird. I like to go where it's warm, and I've made a schedule for myself to be at a certain place by the winter. I spoke at the RTR Howell, which was so much fun, and then I co-hosted a women's RV event. But yeah, there were certain things that I needed to do, and I needed to be in the West Coast for that. And I think what really made me excited about dating my partner at the time that I told him that, because I was really scared to, was that he was like, I support you in your purpose. And I never said to him it was my purpose. I felt that, but for him to, I'm getting all but for him to be able to recognize that this is really important to me and to support me and to support my dreams means all the world to me. And that's how I knew that this person was someone that I cared about. But not only that, and this is something really important, is that he wanted to make time to come and visit me, my RV in the West Coast, to not only support me, but to actually see how I live this lifestyle and why I love it. I can't express with words, maybe see it on my face, how much that meant to me. I think when it comes to dating someone that's not in the lifestyle, it's important to support them, even if you're not doing it. And even if you can't afford a plane ticket, talking to them every day about the things that we go through is so helpful. It means a lot. How do we keep the romance alive? How do we, and in an appropriate way, how do we keep each other excited and happy while we're so far apart? Long distance relationships are not easy. This is probably one of the hardest things I've had to do, because we're some months into a relationship and I'm spending a good chunk of it not being with him because I'm in the West Coast and he's the East Coast. It's vital for us to communicate every day. Now, for some people, that might seem like a lot, but for me and him, we both communicated, understood that we want to talk to each other every day. I really like it because most of the time I am alone and I'm out in nature and I'm not really around people. And so I have a lot of time and where he's got a routine, he's got structure. And so it's great to create this schedule where we have certain times we talk. And we don't just talk, we actually go on dates. Dating is so important in any relationship. You should never stop dating your partner. Even if you've been with them for years, you want to have something exciting to look forward to. So what we'll do is we'll cook dinner together. We'll video chat and cook dinner together. We'll watch movies together. I'll pick one movie, which I've been on a Disney kick. I've been watching Disney classics with him, like 101 Dalmatians. That's such a good movie, by the way. And we'll watch them together. So I have 2 phones, which in nomadic world, you'll find nomadic people have multiple phones. I'll video chat with him on one phone, and then the other phone I'll be playing the downloaded movie. That works for us. So as a nomad, because I know people are probably wondering, how do I stream movies? What I will do is, once I am in an area with internet, for instance, where I am, like the closest place to get Wi-Fi, if I'm not around friends with Starlink, is I'll go to McDonald's. So sit in the McDonald's parking lot, and I'll download the movie that we want to watch for the week, and we'll make our dinner, we'll eat together, and then we'll watch the movie. And that's worked great for us. We have date night every week. Another date night fun thing that we do is we play the classic game Truth or Dare. So Truth or Dare has been so much fun to play with my partner through video chat, because it's a great way to get to know each other. And because I spent some time physically with him before leaving, it's like there's certain things I know about him that will have him do dares. For example, my partner has a dog, and one evening when we were playing, he just took his dog for a walk. He was telling his dog we're not going to go back outside, and when he chose dare, I dared him to walk his dog outside again. It was so funny. We still talk about it. I just find that is such a fun game to play with my partner because it's a great way to get to know each other. It's a great way to connect. I feel like doing stuff like that, watching movies, playing games, has just spiced up our relationship, and it's something to look forward to every week with him. Now, I know this is something not everyone can afford to do at any time, and the same goes with me and my partner. You know, if he could come and visit me every weekend, he would, but visiting is really, really important. Before I left to come to the West Coast, bought his plane ticket to come and see me on Valentine's Day. And for me, it meant the world to me because it gave me something to look forward to. It gave me something to count down to. And it just created this level of excitement and passion that I've never felt before. And just knowing that they support me so much that they would, as I said before, like take the time, the money to come and visit me meant a lot to me. If you're in a long distance relationship or a relationship like this, you know it's not easy for everyone, but saving up the money, finding cheap flights to come and visit your partner, even if it's for a weekend or a week, it makes such a difference. I think that traveling with your partner is also a very, very big step, because it really tests, like, you get to see how people do under pressure when things don't go the way that you expect it to go. Especially nomadic life, anything can happen, which kind of happened on Valentine's Day for us, where it became super windy. I had to cancel our Valentine's Day trip up to this national park because it was snowed in, but we made it work, and we found an even more beautiful place to be. And I realized that we travel very, very well together. You don't travel well with everybody. And while he was here, I did all the cooking and cleaning because, like, I understand my kitchen more than anybody else. I'm like, I just want you to really have a vacation. I'll do that. I really enjoy doing that for him. Around his place, you know, he cooks for me. He's a really good cook. And I'm a really good cook too. So it's really nice to have the table turn where I was the one accommodating him. It takes effort on both ends to make it work. I don't think me and my partner would be super close as we are today if we didn't put in the same amount of effort. And we both had a chance to work on each other as individuals. So when we come together, it just works very well. I feel very lucky to be able to say that. I know that not all relationships work that way. I feel like I met him at the right time in our lives, where if I would have met him maybe a year or two prior, it might have not been the same kind of result. The distance does make the heart grow fonder. As I count down the time and the weather, because the weather is a big factor of why I'm not bolting back home, I'm really looking forward to spending that time with my partner again. So you got a bit of my perspective of how I feel as a nomad. Now, my partner's working right now, but he did text me how he feels dating a nomad, so I want to read what he said. I guess to answer the question on dating a nomad, I find it sort of exciting to see what happened to you during the night and during the day. It's an interesting life. So hearing about cooking community meals or nights by the fire, it feels like anything could happen compared to my life, where it's almost like a normal daily schedule. It's difficult at times having you just gone for so long, which makes the phone calls, video chats, my time with you so important. The date nights we have playing games like Truth or Dare, watching movies, make me forget you're not next to me. The relationship also requires a whole ton of trust and boundaries to be kept between each other. That is very true, and that's something that I do appreciate. Is him and I have a lot of trust in each other, and I think that comes with talking and communicating every day and checking in on each other every day. Having a relationship with you as a nomad long distance isn't the easiest, that's very true, but I find you worth it. I guess that's the best answer that I can give about dating a nomad at the moment, and I think it's a beautiful answer. I agree with all that. What does this mean for my RV and my RV life? Because now things are changing. and with change, you have to adapt. The first thing is, I'm not selling my RV. This is my dream RV. I'm keeping it. I'm probably just going to improve on it. But I want to get more into traveling to state and national parks and doing more harvest hosts. Since I'll be more based on the East Coast and on the West Coast, I'm really excited to tap into that, find hidden gems, explore those places, and also get the chance to explore them with my partner. And that's the beauty of this lifestyle, is you could go from full-time to part-time to weekend warrior back to full-time. There's no manual, there's no right way of doing this. It's all up to you when the chapter changes. So thank you all for watching this video. I would love to hear if you are in a long distance relationship, or if you're a nomad where one partner is not nomadic and you are. I'd love to hear about that. I also would like to hear if you want to hear more about this topic. Maybe I could do an interview with my partner. That's it for today. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Stay warm out there. It's kind of chilly. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. Please comment if you have any feedback. I'd love to hear it. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.